So apparently I forgot to film an intro for this video, so hi, I'm here to do that. In today's video, we're going to be cross-stitching, as you could probably already see from the visual on your screen. I had this idea of this cool cross-stitch where I take my drawings and turn that into a cross-stitch. That was my idea. I did look around on the internet and on Pinterest and all that lovely stuff to see if other people have done it, so I can look at a physical thing that has been made to see if it's actually a good idea. I couldn't find any. I don't know what that says about this idea, although I thought it was cool enough to just go with it. I made 2 people designs. There were originally 3, but because I had a deadline for this, because this was for TAFE, I made 2 of them. And one of them is the one that you're seeing on the screen right now, and the other one I'm going to do later on. We don't have to worry about them right now, we just have to worry about what's on the screen. To help me out a bit while making this project, I ended up penciling in different lines to assist me to know where stuff goes, like right now where the black outline goes. Very helpful. It just meant I didn't have to carry around the pattern everywhere I go, and also I could see what it was gonna look like before I did the black outline, which was really cool to see. It really was like, wow, this is gonna look so cool. I have finished the black outline, which is really exciting. Here it is. You can totally see all of it, especially with the hoop on. I have started doing, I did 2 stitches of the shirt. Okay, I'm bored. I went through my stash of embroidery floss and I found colors that I really liked and I thought matched the sketch that I had and wanted to use. One of those colors was this shiny purple, which I used for the shirt, and I thought, oh, this will be fun. This will be a fun additive to my piece. It was not. It sucked. It kept on snapping. It kept on breaking. It was terrible to work with. I was so happy when I finished the shirt, so I would never have to use this ever again. Now moving on to some more fun parts of this project. Now it's time to work on the green hair. Starting off with an eyebrow. Then moving on to the rest of the hair. And now it's time for the eyes, the lips, whatever you want to call them. And for them, I'm using the most prettiest blue thread that has ever graced this earth. It is so beautiful and bright and amazing. Time to get started on that skin. Starting off with the neck, where it's the smallest part, so I can just get it all done. And starting with the highlight, aka the brightest pink. And then starting to do the shadow, then realize I messed up and did it in the wrong spot. And now the rest of the space, which is the mid-pink color, which is such a pretty pink. Oh my gosh. All of these threads that I used are from my stash of random threads. So I just had them. And a lot of them were the perfect color that I wanted to have. And it was incredible. Do you like the time lapse of the cross stitch? It looks very satisfying. And I am also currently working on another cross stitch. And I might film it in a similar way where it's just a time lapse because this looks amazing. Oh my gosh. It's time to work on that face. That beautiful, beautiful face. Earlier I said that these projects have a deadline because they're for TAFE. And the project they were for was we were making a mask and the theme was distortion. And in my silly little brain, I thought it would be a good idea to cross-stitch these faces to add onto it. So these that took me literal hours and days to do are not the focus of the mask. But I am still so glad that I did them because they turned out amazing and I really love them. And it opens a door to do so many different things with this sort of thing where the cross stitch is the focus. In my mind, I can imagine a whole wall full of these cross-stitch people being different sizes, looking all weird and wacky, and displaying them in a salon style. Salon style is just how they used to display artworks in the olden days. And just have it all over the place, all messy and stuff, and call it beautiful people. Because people are beautiful no matter what they look like, just like these people that I'm cross-stitching. Because they look amazing, beautiful, pretty, and oh my gosh. And I have drawn a picture in my visual diary of what I want it to look like. I'm so excited if that ever happens one day. But for that to happen, I'll have to cross-stitch so many beautiful people to hang up along a wall to fill it all up. So I guess maybe look forward to a whole bunch more cross-stitch people. And we are coming up to finishing this beautiful person, and we are moving on to the other one. And of course, we are starting off with the black outline. And I thought I would try this new and interesting angle, but I set up the camera really badly. So I did it again, and this time I put it on time lapse and it looks better. Time for a doggy break, who wanted to come inside, but as soon as I opened the door, was not interested at all. And I made a quick little time lapse of her before she disappeared, and a time lapse of me trying to sort out my beads that had been messed up because I put them in a bag. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, I can totally sort them out now, yeah. And then eventually I was like, I don't want to sort this out, and then I just stopped. I have not touched them ever since. Back to the cross stitch, still doing the black outline, but I am almost done. I have finished the outline. I need to do the ends, but I finished the outline. It looks really cool. I can't do any more on it because I left the colors that I needed to use with it at TAFE, and I'm not going to TAFE until Tuesday, and it's Sunday right now. So I'm just going to do other stuff until I can get the colors. I could work on this one and do the backgrounds, but I can't be bothered right now. So I'm gonna put these two to the side because I've been working on these kind of non-stop for a few weeks. Put these to the side finally and do something else. And then something else that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be Sid. Take the head off with boiling water, which is what I'm gonna do. This has been going on for way too long. I'm gonna go. Bye. Maybe? I can't stop the recording. I'm trying to press it, but I can't. What is happening? It's not letting me stop the recording. Wait. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here making this video stop. Wait. Oh, it's because it's pressing on the volume button. Hang on. I'll take off the volume button. That worked. It stopped the recording. I can live my life now. I got some hot water and put it in a glass, and this sink does the hottest water really quickly, so I just used that. And I just set the head in there for a while to soften up the head. You can see it's very squishy. I used a rag to protect my hands from the heat and pulled the head off. I took the head off. So now we shall take the hair out because I'm not using this mess of hair. I'm going to use this to catch the hair in so it's easier to clean up. Let's cut the hair off and make her bold, nicely bold. I just cut off the hair as close to the scalp as I could. Just using my regular scissors, they worked fine. And then I took these needle nose pliers and also my scissors to scrape the inside of the head to get the glue out and make her completely bold. I have finished pulling out or cutting off all her hair, so she's now bold. And now I need to go buy new hair for them off the shops. I'm gonna get dressed in something cooler and then I'm gonna go because I'm not going in this with my stained hoodie from my pink hair. So now dressed in something a lot more cooler, I headed to the shops. I went to so many shops to find this hair, and I finally found it at the very last store I went to. I got a lot, so I made sure I had enough. And it's time to start rerouting. I painted on where I wanted the hair to go, and then I also took the face off because I wanted to, and I thought it was a good time to. It is recommended to use 100% acetone, but I only had the nail polish remover, which was really hard to use. Using the rerouting tool that I have, I slipped the hair through the needle and poked it into the head. I did a bunch of it off camera and it looks so amazing. The curls, the colors, and oh my gosh. I just need to do that last little section. And the rerouting is done and looks absolutely crazy. I was trying to go for a mullet. Back to the cross stitching. I knew I was going to do crazy colors and textures for the background, and to separate those crazy colors to the crazy colors on the person, I did a white outline that was about 2 stitches wide. And I am so glad that I did that. Jumping back to the other cross stitch, I started with the top, which, like the other top, I wanted to do something special with it. But I knew I was never, ever, ever going to use that shiny thread ever again. So I decided to use this multicolor one that I have. For the other cross stitch, I used embroidery thread. It looks like this, and you can separate the different strands and, split it in half and just use 3 of them instead of the 6. And it looks a little bit more cleaner. But for this one I'm working on, I used something different. I used crochet floss, which is a lot more thicker and a lot more rougher than the embroidery thread. And also, I felt like I was running out of time because, again, I had a deadline for this. So for this one, I did a lot bigger of stitches. You'll see it later. But there's just a whole bunch more texture and roughness to this cross stitch compared to the other one I did. We have been looking at this cross stitch for way too long. It's time to go ahead and check up on the doll.
Now that we got them looking like this, we are ready to prime the face.
I used this plastic primer. I've seen other YouTubers who customize dolls use Mr. Super Clear, but we don't have that where I am. And I don't want to buy stuff online because I hate online buying. Oh, I guess we're not quite done looking at the cross stitch. Yeah, I edited all these clips together like a week or so ago, and I just plopped them in whatever order I filmed them in, and apparently I thought this was a good idea. Am I gonna change it? No. Why? Because I'm feeling very lazy and I don't want to. Ooh, me experimenting again. I thought instead of a time lapse, I would film in real time and it would just be me pulling the string through. I think it looks nice and satisfying. I don't know, but it took me so much time to edit. And I think this was the only time I did it, so enjoy it while it lasts. Now it's time to jump back to the doll face and work on that.
I'm working on the face right now, and I'm using my pencils, and it's looking really good. Look at that so far. Look cool. It is hard to use. I think the pencils are scraping the primer off, if you can see it.
Face close up. It is looking very rough right now. And to fix the scraping problem, I just put on another layer and it helped. I also got fed up of using the pencils, so I started using gouache to get a very bright color. And there is my dog again. I kinda apologize for not filming more of me doing the face. I just wanted to concentrate on that to get it looking good because it was kinda hard. He was being way too cute while I was trying to film this. Look at that sit plop down. What? Now the face is completely finished and sealed in. I took out the hair to reveal this mess. Fixed it up a little bit, but I'm gonna work on it later on. But for now, full transition. Because this doll needs an outfit. I made a circle skirt using this bright yellow stuff that I had. I may have thrifted this fabric. Okay, I did. I did thrift this fabric, but look at it. I would highly recommend looking for fabric at thrift stores because you can get so much for such little price. You can also look at bed sheets and doonas and stuff. I got this weaving machine on clearance and I just weaved a panel to put on the skirt. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really hate how the outfit came out. It just was not it. But I really like the face, because that turned out incredible. But I just never ended up adding it to the mask. I think it was better for the mask to just be soft materials like fabric and wool, and not have a hard doll hanging off of it. Now going back to the cross stitch, I had done quite a lot off camera. And you can see all the texture that has been created. And this was doing each stitch individually and not doing any skip stitches. That came later when I really felt like I had to rush finish this. And that's all the footage that I have of cross stitching. So what you missed was I finished this cross stitch person. I did the white outline on this one. And then on both of them, I took my scrap wool and just did a weird, funky sort of background with a whole bunch of different colors and textures. And then also with scrap wool, I went around the edges and just did a nice border. But you'll see that at the end of the video. But for right now, it's time to work on that mask. I didn't actually film me making the mask. I just did like these short little clips at the end of almost each class just to show off what it looks like so you can see the progression. I built everything off of this funny looking base. I had made a whole bunch of these panels on my Brown's knitting machine, and I just used scrap wool that I had lying around the house. And it helped to fill out a lot of the space that I needed to fill out. And it was a really good base for everything to go on top of.
Hi. I have pretty much finished the cross stitches, both of them. I didn't film it, me finishing them off. I don't know why. It just didn't feel like it was a time-lapse sort of thing. So I'm going to show you them now. And I'm going to bring you along working on the rest of the mask that's being attached to, that they are already attached to. So let me show you. Here she is. It doesn't look like much now, but it is pretty cool.
I was feeling pretty unmotivated at that point and I just talked very slowly, so I'm going to take over. I brought the mask home to work on adding these strands coming off of the mask, and I really like them. I got like 2 or 3 strands, put it on my needle and tied a knot and threaded it through.
I'm gonna put it on and model it for you because I want to see what the bottom looks like so far on me as well. Ta-da! It looks really cool. And you can see my face. Hi.
And here are a few more final progress shots. And with that, it is all done.
That is the end of this video. This is how the mask turned out. It is kind of a full body mask, technically, I guess. But the project was to make a mask, and I think I made one. I did pass, by the way. Like the video if you also like how it turned out. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff from me. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! Blah.